Hello guys, panoorin niyo po itong live na to. Guys, tingnan niyo po ang Philippine-Australia Defense Treaty. Okay guys, medyo questionable siya kasi ito po is evidence na ang Australia binabackstab po ang Pilipinas. Again, I repeat, binabackstab po tayo. Hindi po nila kinikilala ang West Philippine Sea. Ang sabi po nila is mas kinikilala nila ang South China Sea. At the same time, ayaw po niya mag-follow po sa US sanctions against China. So in other words, binudol po tayo ng Australia at patago po is ally po sila ng China under their economic interest. So ibig sabihin po yan, kaya lang po sila nagawa ng defense treaty kasi para ang ating sundalo pupunta sa kanila in case na magkaroon po sila ng problema. In other words, binudol tayo, binackstab tayo, guys. Ito po ang patunay na kung sakaling atakihin po tayo ng China, okay, hindi po tutulong ang Australia. Ginagamit lang po tayo ng Australia. Mas sinusuportahan ng Australia ang claims ng China kaysa West Philippine Sea. Check up niyo po itong video, guys.
Decline of American influence and Australia's public betrayal in recent days, the United States has been very upset because Australia, a traditional ally of the U.S., has suddenly come out to openly support China. They assert that the South China Sea belongs to China and publicly accuse the U.S. of consistently undermining peace and stability in the South China Sea. They believe that China's maintenance of the South China Sea is within China's rights, and the U.S. should adhere to China's regulations. When the U.S. found out, they couldn't believe it was true and urgently contacted Australia for clarification. However, current Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese stated that there was no misunderstanding. They indeed support China's stance on the South China Sea. The U.S. was infuriated, but in retrospect, it could have foreseen Australia's political shift. For example, Australia has already skipped several Asia-Pacific military exercises aimed at China. When the U.S. organized a Red Sea escort fleet after the outbreak of the Israel-Palestine conflict, Australia also excused itself from participation. Even at the recent NATO summit, Australia did not attend. Churchill once said, "There are no permanent friends, only permanent interests." Australia chose the U.S. as an ally primarily for its own benefit. Simply put, Australia possesses vast mineral resources, and as the world's largest industrial manufacturer, China needs these resources. When the U.S. was Australia's ally, American influence served as a bargaining chip for Australia in trade negotiations with China, allowing Australia to secure higher trade premiums. However, with the U.S.'s decline and China's establishment of new mineral trade systems, Australia is forced to make the best choice for its interests. Now, the Russia-Ukraine war, South China Sea disputes, and even the impending Middle East war have left the U.S. exhausted. The worst part is that, according to a New York Times report on July 29th, the scale of U.S. debt has now exceeded $35 trillion, meaning that each American is in debt by nearly $104,000, and each household owes more than $260,000. The U.S. is like an old house leaking everywhere, but Biden only has a bucket in his hand. The accelerated decline